At AARP, we believe that the issues that matter to people aged 50 and older, like safe streets, accessible housing, and strong communities, are issues that benefit everyone. Earlier, we heard from a full field of candidates in the Sioux Falls mayoral race and at-large city council races. Now, with the runoff election ahead, we're bringing you the top 2 candidates in each race. We asked them to share how they would support residents as our community grows, especially when it comes to aging in place, improving pedestrian safety, and planning for smart, sustainable development. While Sioux Falls is prioritizing active transportation opportunities, pedestrian deaths and serious injuries remain a concern for residents we surveyed, including recent fatal crashes and hit and runs. What specific measurable goals will you commit to for reducing pedestrian deaths and serious injuries during your term?
Walking home should never be a case of life or death. Crossing our streets shouldn't be dangerous. But for too many people in our community, that's a reality. When I was a kid, walking to Garfield Elementary from our house on 50th and Holly, I saw that every day. Cars just whizzing by. And today as an adult, I ride a motorcycle around town and I get to see, just how bad some of our streets are, where blind spots are in certain areas, and just what drivers just don't notice. But that's a reality for pedestrians every single day. And there's some really good news though. With DTSF and AARP, we've taken the steps to do things such as creating bump outs, more visible bike lanes, road diet studies to try and improve walkability for everybody. But there's more to be done. Our goal really should be 0 deaths, 0 serious injuries. And we can do that because we're a community that works best when we look out for each other. So what I would hope to do is focusing on intersections that are the most dangerous. Shortening streets if we need to, access to better lighting, better crosswalk signals, things that protect our children, elderly, and most vulnerable, because walking home shouldn't feel like a danger. And everyone deserves the ability to walk home safely, because this is the city we're building together, right?
I'm originally from Watford, Hertfordshire in England. Walking is a big thing over there, and being able to safely walk around within your city is vital. In Sioux Falls, there are 2 things that we need to focus on to make this a safe place to walk and to be a pedestrian. The first one is doing a traffic study to find out where those hotspots are and how we can commit to getting to 0, the measurable goal of 0 deaths and 0 serious injuries for pedestrians. We need to do a traffic study, and let's make sure we see where those hotspots are. Where are the near misses? Where are the fatalities? Where are the serious injuries? And let's zero in on those areas. Let's make sure that they are well lit, that there's good driver sight lines, that the crosswalks are those new flashing crosswalks that we're seeing around town, that they're well marked. That's important. Let's reduce issues in those hotspots. The second thing is public safety, working with law enforcement, because a lot of these injuries happen with impaired drivers, reckless drivers, or distracted drivers. Funding public safety, funding the police to give more of a deterrent for that happening is going to be huge, because if we can reduce the amount of distracted and impaired driving, that will on its own reduce the number of pedestrian injuries and deaths. I have a great relationship with the Chief of Police. It's going to take building consensus, working with the Chief of Police, working with fellow council members. I have a history of building consensus through 10 years of running nonprofits. I'm the CEO of the YMCA. I have 24 board members that I have to have on the same page if we want to make any serious changes or serious ads within the YMCA. That's going to be the same thing within the council. As we look at walkability, not everyone's going to be in favor of it, but I am there to help work with the council, with the police, and let's make sure that this is a great place to walk.
These are the leaders who will help shape Sioux Falls for years to come. And the decisions they make will impact your daily life, your family, and your neighborhood. Your voice matters, and this election may come down to just a handful of votes. Make a plan, show up, and encourage others to do the same. Vote in the runoff election on Tuesday, June 23rd.